This is a discussion that's come about after work that's been done by some of the young people in this room who have been looking at ways to reduce youth crime in New York City.
We're making a public service video, and we're actually going to have a conversation with police officers. My personal interest in this video is because I want them to understand that we are youth, we're young, we are children, and we do make mistakes. And that regardless of how tough some of us may come across during an interaction, we are scared. So I would just ask that they would keep that in mind when approaching us.
Police have a really tough job in this city in regards to how do they make this the safest big city in the country. I think there's that fine line between good community policing, public safety, and also people feeling like they're being harassed. And how do you walk that balance?
In my neighborhood, in Brooklyn, I actually see a lot of cops on corners and in the train station, but there's still like a level of being intimidated.
Most students, they don't like the police officers. They feel like they're targeted. It's police literally like almost on every block. This is the paddy wagons that they catch most of the students in, like for truancy, like after 10 o'clock.
I've had an experience with the police officer once before. He asked me for my ID card, which I had in my wallet, and the interaction was kind of awkward because we both had, I guess biases about each other.
I actually think dialogues are very important because they create what I call acknowledgement or understanding. Which are, to me, you may not agree with someone, but if you can acknowledge and understand them, that's critical.
You can see a lot of police officers posted in different areas, but like say if you called for a robbery or something happened, then it would take like 3, 4, 5 hours for a police officer to come. So that's like, I don't trust you there.
We need to get people to understand the police, and the police need to understand young people better.
My expectations are hopefully that they'll be more open to the police and friendlier to the police and vice versa.
I'm kind of expecting them to attack me a little bit, which is okay,
So what is stop and frisk?
Well, the law says that a police officer sees somebody acting suspiciously and they have reasonable suspicion to believe that that person is committing a crime or has committed a crime. They have the right to stop and question that person.
But I feel like the phrase reasonable suspicion is so vague. What does that mean?
We never liked it either.
Yeah, that's a lawyer's term.
It's hard to live by. It's very hard to live by. What is it? It's a lot of things, and it depends on, like a lot of factors. It's that, did he get a radio call? Did somebody describe a person to me?
Just living in my neighborhood, I hear everything negative you could hear about a cop, about how rather than, protecting, they're kind of like a mentality where they're out to get us or something.
People that got stopped and didn't have anything, the reason they would like get angry was because they got stopped very often, like a couple times a week or something, and it's like, okay, I got stopped, okay, I got stopped again, really, I got stopped again now.
What could police do to make your experiences better?
I would say a simple greeting to young people. Just say, hey, what's up? At the end of the day, you guys do carry guns and you wear these suits and you wear these bulletproof vests, and it is intimidating for young people.
And then like, especially when you're stopped, like maybe, oh, I'm sorry that I'm stopping you right now, but this is just what I have to do. Maybe an explanation.
But you might have done something that you don't think is suspicious, but we as police officers, hey, this guy might have a gun. Absolutely, after the stop is completed, you're entitled to why you were stopped.
Maybe even an apology.
Absolutely.
Maybe even an apology. I've done that.
The fear of police that you guys projected to me is so prominent.
I tend to see the same officers in my neighborhood. I speak to them on occasion, say hello, how are you doing? I try to build that relationship.
Teens should basically have a more open mind because, like, in my neighborhood, a lot of people, like, they pass around stories and he say, she say about the cops. I don't think that you should really, like, think of cops, generalize them, and think of all of them as bad cops because you've met bad cops in the past.
Actually seeing that you guys have a humane side. You know, it's not just the badge, it's not just the gun, it's not just the pat downs.
Oh, we're human.
Oh, okay.
We forget about the thousands of interactions that police have every day with people that are positive interactions, and we never see those.
My perception of police, it's more positive. It's people that look up to you, and then there's people that that has that bad idea about you, but you know, they still go out and they still have to, like, every day know that what their job is to protect people, and that's what they have to do.
And I commend the young people for doing something like this. I mean, my kudos to you guys.